Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. What just happened on live television is nothing short of historic. Imagine finding out your own child is getting married at the exact same moment as millions of viewers worldwide. That's right. Superstar couple Ziyu and Tian Xuning just dropped the ultimate wedding bombshell. And the way they did it has left the entire world gasping for breath. When the lights dimmed and the cameras focused, no one could have predicted what was about to unfold. For years, audiences had watched Ziyu and Tian Xuning with curiosity, following every whisper of rumor, every stolen glance, every grainy paparazzi photograph that seemed to suggest something more than friendship. Yet through it all, the two had remained composed, their smiles gracious, their words firm. We are just good friends. On this night, however, everything changed. In the middle of a broadcast watched not only by fans in China but by millions across the world, they turned toward each other with a quiet certainty that seemed to still the air around them. Ziyu's voice trembled ever so slightly, though her expression was radiant, as she looked directly into the lens and declared, "We are getting married." The silence that followed was almost palpable. Viewers from New York to Tokyo, from Paris to Bangkok, found themselves frozen, as if the entire globe had paused to process the weight of those words. What made the moment more astonishing was not just the announcement itself, but the way it was delivered. Their parents, watching from their living rooms, discovered the truth at the exact same instant as the rest of the world. There had been no phone calls, no private conversations, no whispered confessions shared at the family dinner table. Instead, the revelation burst forth under studio lights, carried on satellites and streams into millions of homes, transforming what should have been an intimate moment into a spectacle of history. The expressions on their faces told a story of both nerves and liberation. Tian Xuning held Ziyu's hand tightly, his usual calm shaken by a flicker of vulnerability, yet his grip spoke of unwavering commitment. Ziyu, elegant in her composure, allowed a small, knowing smile to break across her lips, as if she had been waiting years to finally speak these words aloud. Together, they looked not like celebrities performing for a camera, but like two human beings bearing their truth in the most fearless way possible. It was shocking, yes, but also undeniably moving. For those watching, the announcement did not simply reveal a wedding. It revealed the courage to love openly, the boldness to step beyond tradition, and the power of two hearts determined to walk into the future hand in hand, no matter who might be surprised along the way. The announcement had barely left their lips when the world erupted into a storm of digital voices. Within moments, social media platforms transformed into a tidal wave of emotion, as though the collective heartbeat of millions had suddenly accelerated. On Weibo, hashtags soared to the top of trending lists in a matter of seconds, each one carrying the names of Ziyu and Tian Xuning like a banner of both celebration and disbelief. Posts multiplied at dizzying speed, and comment sections flooded so quickly that servers struggled to keep up. Across TikTok, reaction videos appeared almost instantly. Fans in their bedrooms staring wide-eyed at their phone screens, couples clasping each other's hands in shared excitement, teenagers crying tears of joy into the camera lens. Some confessed they had screamed out loud, startling their neighbors, while others admitted they had dropped their devices in shock, unable to believe what they had just heard. The phenomenon was not confined to China. In the United States, Twitter feeds glowed with incredulous exclamations, while in South Korea and Japan, celebrity forums overflowed with translations, GIFs, and debates. In France, fans stayed up past midnight just to join in the conversation, while in Indonesia and the Philippines, entire online communities gathered to celebrate, creating artwork and memes within hours of the live broadcast. It was no longer a simple piece of entertainment news. It was a global event, spreading across languages and cultures with the unstoppable momentum of shared astonishment. But it was not only joy that filled the digital space. Beneath the flood of heart emojis and congratulatory messages, a thread of unease began to surface. Some commentators raised pointed questions about the decision to shock their parents on live television. Articles appeared on news portals, reminding readers of the importance of parental blessing in traditional culture, and questioning whether this bold move was a gesture of courage or an act of defiance. The debate only added fuel to the fire, ensuring that the story remained alive in every corner of the internet. For the couple themselves, this digital explosion was the echo of their choice, a living testament to the fact that love, when declared openly, does not remain private. It spills outwards, sparking joy, provoking anger, igniting debate, and ultimately binding people together in the shared experience of witnessing history. That night, the world did not simply watch a wedding announcement. It felt it, breathed it, and carried it across every timeline, every feed, every glowing screen. Long before the dazzling announcement that stunned the world, the story of Ziyu and Tian Xuning had been unfolding quietly, piece by piece, like a novel read in whispers rather than in bold declarations. It began years ago, on a glittering evening when the stage lights of a prestigious awards show caught the gleam of Ziyu's crimson gown and the steady poise of Tian Xuning in a black tailored suit. That night, a single fleeting moment, Tian holding a door open for Ziyu backstage, was captured by a wandering camera, and the image lingered in the minds of millions. Commentators speculated that something unspoken had passed between them, a glance that carried more weight than friendship could explain. Yet when asked, both stars dismissed the rumors with practiced smiles, insisting they were nothing more than companions in the same demanding industry. But the whispers never faded. Instead, they grew stronger, fed by fragments of evidence that seemed to slip through the cracks of their carefully guarded lives. A dinner at a quiet restaurant in Shanghai, where the glow of candlelight reflected in Ziyu's eyes. A trip to Kyoto, explained away as coincidence, yet accompanied by photographs of shared laughter. A lingering presence in hotel lobbies where Tian was seen waiting patiently, sometimes for hours, just to escort her safely home. Each denial only sharpened public curiosity, and each new glimpse of tenderness became another puzzle piece that fans collected and cherished. The world had been building the picture long before the couple dared to admit it. When the words "we're getting married" finally spilled into the air of that live broadcast, it felt less like a beginning and more like the closing of a circle. Every unanswered question, every hushed conversation, every grainy photograph snapped in secret suddenly found its place. The narrative that had hovered in shadows emerged into the light, not as scandal but as confirmation of something deeply real. For the fans who had waited, believed, and imagined, the moment was vindication. For Ziyu and Tian Xuning, it was liberation, the chance to transform years of speculation into a truth they could finally own. Their love story, once fragmented by rumors and denials, became whole before the eyes of millions, proving that sometimes the most powerful romances are those that endure the longest silences, only to return with the most resounding voice. When asked about the surprise, Ziyu's mother admitted she was so stunned she dropped her teacup. But her voice cracked with joy. "If they're happy, then I'm happy." Meanwhile, Tian Xuning's father calmly revealed he had sensed this all along. "My son doesn't give his heart easily, but once he does, he protects it fiercely. Ziyu is the right one." New reports suggest the families are now in talks to host an intimate traditional ceremony before the grand wedding, bridging cultural values with the couple's daring modern reveal. This idea has ignited fresh anticipation. Fans wonder, will we see not just one wedding, but two? Fashion brands are already lining up to design the wedding attire. Imagine couture gowns from Paris, handcrafted jewelry from Shanghai, and maybe even a live performance by Tian Xuning himself at the altar. Some networks are rumored to be fighting for exclusive rights to broadcast the wedding live. If that happens, it could become one of the most watched events in entertainment history. And fans? They've turned the internet into a giant celebration, sharing artwork, planning virtual watch parties, and even composing songs dedicated to couple Ziyu. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's about courage, the courage to choose love openly, in front of millions. It's about rewriting tradition, yet still holding onto family blessings. And it's about proving that even in the spotlight, real love stories can exist. For some, it feels like a fairy tale unfolding in real time. For others, it's a reminder that happiness sometimes comes when you least expect it, and that love, when it's real, deserves to be shared with the world. So, what do you think? Was this the boldest, most romantic announcement of all time? Or did Ziyu and Tian Xuning take too big a risk by shocking even their parents? Whatever side you're on, one thing is undeniable. This moment has written a brand new chapter in Asian entertainment history. Dizzy, thank you for watching StarWatch Now, where we bring you the biggest stories, the deepest emotions, and the moments you'll never forget. Backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the next twist in this extraordinary love story. We're just getting started, and you'll want to be here for every second of it.